It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday night.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he's worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Henry out of the pistol. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to three-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. Down the right sideline. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 23-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Aguilar in motion left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right back to Toney. He's got another one. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Down to the 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion, the tight end Kelsey. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he stopped immediately there.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Butker's kick here is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, Jackson. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now it's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
They go play action with Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Agholor, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Agholor. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mahomes going to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And again, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up in the next few days, one being the kickoff to the International Series, the first ever game in Brazil. The Packers and Eagles from São Paulo. Kickoff set for 8:15 Eastern Time. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, take 2 for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Down to about the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Mahomes now to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And Hardman's going to pick up a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And Pacheco furiously moves the chains, and that's something he did a lot of in 2023. The Rutgers product produced a first down on over 25% of his carries a season ago, and he continues to move the ball.
Brown, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Finds his man, it's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Got him in, it's Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
And Madubuike was a madman for the Ravens a season ago. He more than doubled his sack output from the previous year and was selected to the Pro Bowl for the first time in his career.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
The drive will start with an option going left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he's down inside the 15.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing is Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's awfully good to see Andrews back on the field after suffering that tough leg injury a season ago. He's been a perennial Pro Bowler throughout his career, and the Ravens believe he'll get right back to that status in this season.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jackson now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
In motion left, Bateman.
Now it's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Leo Chanel.
Coming in from that outside linebacker spot, he gets him down. It's a loss of 5. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing
Still
that note
down.
on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 6. Jackson. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here's Hardman to return.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Ravens offense back out there. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Complete to Likely.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Jackson running again.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the busy night for Henry continues. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Ravens, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.